Hi, I'm Rev Myron. I'm a minister with Pathways of Light and a longtime student of A Course in Miracles. One of the things that I do is I read through all the lessons every year. I have done this for several years now. And each time I read a lesson, I ask Jesus to clarify for me, to help me understand it better, maybe to help me find new ways to practice it. And then after I do that, I write whatever comes into my mind at that point about the course, about the lesson itself. Recently, I started making these videos, which I've never done before. So this is kind of exciting for me. And I'm enjoying it very much. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me in this. Okay, so today I recorded from number 11, What is Creation? So you may want to check that out as well, since it's the beginning topic for this section of lessons. And right now we're going to look at A Course in Miracles, lesson 321. And so I'll read the lesson first. Father, my freedom is in you alone. I did not understand what made me free, nor what my freedom is, nor where to look to find it. Father, I have searched in vain until I heard your voice directing me. Now I would guide myself no more, for I have neither made nor understood the way to find my freedom. But I trust in you. You who endowed me with my freedom as your holy son will not be lost to me. Your voice directs me, and the way to you is open and clear to me at last. Father, my freedom is in you alone. Father, it is my will that I return. Today we answer for the world, which will be freed along with us. How glad are we to find our freedom through the certain way our Father has established. And how sure is all the world's salvation when we learn our freedom can be found in God alone. There is so much that I don't remember, so much I don't understand. Fortunately, reality doesn't depend on my understanding. As well, I don't need to understand reality in order to return to it. I have been given the Holy Spirit, the light of truth, to guide me. People, particularly new students, often ask me how to hear the Holy Spirit and what it sounds like to me. Well, I don't hear an audible voice, but I know someone who does, so that's possible. For me, it comes in more than one way. Especially in the beginning, it came as thoughts. For instance, I would read the lesson and ask for clarity. Then I would start writing whatever came into my mind. I go back over those early entries in my journal, and I'm amazed at some of those writings. They contain wisdom that was not mine at that time. It wasn't consistent at first. I would ask for words or advice, and sometimes I would get it wrong. Eventually, I realized that the reason for this confusion was that I had a preferred answer already in my mind. The Holy Spirit can't give me something new if I think I already know. But those times were not wasted. Just trying to hear the voice strengthened my ability to do so. You could think of it like lifting weights to build muscle. When you first begin, you will not be able to lift too much. And when you try to add weight, you might not do well. However, each time you try, you get stronger. This is the way it works with developing the ability to hear the Holy Spirit too. Another way I hear him is through feelings. An example would be if I was anxious about a situation and asked the Holy Spirit to heal my mind. I might receive true thoughts that led me to another way to see things. Sometimes, though, I would just go from anxiety to peace. It would be like I was smothering in darkness, and suddenly someone shone a bright light. The darkness was just gone. This is how it feels to be anxious and then miraculously to be at peace. Peace is the Holy Spirit's answer to my request for healing. Another way I'm answered feels like a prompt or a nudge. I will be confused about something, not knowing which way to turn, sometimes literally. An example of this happened when I was working. I was late for an appointment with a new customer and I was lost. I asked the Holy Spirit for help and I just went the way I was prompted to go. I got there quickly and easily. One time I was making rounds to see customers in a certain order. I did it this way so that my day would allow the most visits in the least amount of time. Suddenly, I felt strongly that I should visit a certain customer. It was possible, but it was very much out of the way. However, I had learned to pay attention to those nudges. It turned out the customer really needed my help, and I was Johnny on the spot. I've had many such prompts, some asked for and some occurring simply because my mind is open to them. I know people who receive visions and some who get their answers in colors that are meaningful to them. Lots of people, including me, will ask for an answer and receive it later through a book they read or a show they watch. The Holy Spirit wants to communicate with us and will do so in a way we can recognize. All we need to do is ask with an open mind and pay attention to the answer. If you're having trouble fully developing a relationship with the Holy Spirit, maybe I could help. I facilitate a course through Pathways of Light called Accepting Holy Spirit's Help, which I think is very helpful. I have a link to get to that on my website in case you're interested. Pathways of Light also has a self-study course that many people have found helpful. It's called Listen and Receive, and is very helpful in developing the skill of communicating with Holy Spirit. And I have the link for that one as well on my website. Here's an example of a message I received from Holy Spirit a few years ago. He said to me, notice your thoughts, pay attention to your feelings. Do not deny or repress. Listen for my voice. Bring me your confused thoughts. Give me your willingness. I am in your mind. I am closer than a thought. I am very much a part of you. The road you walk now is very straight, and when you think of it, you know this is true. Do not look back and do not look forward. Be with me here and now. These are the steps that bring you home. Because it is your desire to walk this straight and narrow path, all helpful experiences will be placed before you. Do not mistake them for errors or obstructions. Do not try to step around them. Look at each one with me and let me show you how to use them for your awakening. Thank you so much for being here with me. Talk to you again tomorrow.